Hello and welcome to a new Eureka Blu-ray update video, the first one for 2025. Right here I have the first batch of releases for 2025, the January and February releases, and I'm going to talk about them before I've seen them, because it's nice to kind of do like an update video and kind of almost in place of the old videos I used to do, the old videos, but a year or two ago I used to do the announcement videos, which was a lot of fun. Eureka would announce the new stuff that they're coming out with, and I'd kind of do a video talking about my anticipation of them and stuff, and it was nice to kind of contrast my anticipation with the eventual watching of the films and what I thought of them. But I've since stopped doing them because of time. So this will kind of be a little bit of a return to form with that, although the first one I have seen. And I feel like I really need to watch it again. I remember really enjoying it and loving the sound design. I thought it was such an eerie, unsettling film. Me and Connie watched it, and it's this kind of dark murder mystery, kind of crime thriller, and it has been re-released now in 4K. Spy number 181 in the collection by a film by Kiyoshi Kurosawa, 1997, Cure. Cure or Cure? Cure? Cure. The Cure. Cure. Really love that. It's very dark. You can kind of not see it very well, obviously. I might just take all the cellophane off, actually, and kind of show you the inside and stuff like that. I might do that. It is nice to kind of, to have all the nice, lovely shrink wrap over everything. Some ASMR action going on there. Yeah. But I'll take them out so we can actually get into some of the nice artwork without glare on the camera and things like that. So, well, I say bear with me. I'll just edit it so you won't have to bear with me. Okay, so that took far longer than it needed to, but I now have all the cellophane off the Blu-rays, so you get a nice look at the cover there. I just really like the moodiness of this piece. It matches the film itself, I think. And I think I can just grab, where is it? The original Blu-ray release of it off the shelf here, which is a similarly nice slipcover, I think, but I do like the 4K version. It's just a nice feel to it. And here you have a different version on the original release on the inside. I don't know about the 4K, if the 4K has a different piece of art. We'll find out in a second, won't we? So extras wise, let's check out on the original Blu-ray release. There's a new video interview with Kim Newman and a new video interview with the director Kiyoshi Kurosawa. Of course, he has a number of films in the collection, including Tokyo Sonata and Journey to the Shore, which I just recently watched, actually. But Cure is decidedly different than Tokyo Sonata and Journey to the Shore. Let's take a look on the inside here of this 4K release. We do have a different piece of artwork. Interesting. Quite a cool, different kind of style there. And the extras on this one, we have the Kim Newman interview. We have archival interviews with Kiyoshi Kurosawa from 2003 and 2018. And probably, I would say, one of the big selling points of this, although I should show you on the inside there, we have the booklet and the disc, which does have Dolby Vision. I'm not one of those big 4K fanatics, but I can confirm it is Dolby Vision HDR10 compatible 4K. And the new extras on this, I'm really excited about. The first one is a new video essay called Curating Cure by Tom Mez. I love his stuff. We'll talk about him in just a second again. And then Memories of Cure, a new interview with director Bong Joon-ho. So he does a little appreciation of this film. But it's a murder mystery film, and there's kind of a bunch of killings that have taken place, and vibes of a serial killer are afoot. And we have Koji Yakusho playing a detective who's kind of on the case, but there's a sense of the random to these killings. And my main overriding memory of this is that it was really good, but the mood and the sound was so unsettling and eerie towards the third act. Like it just, I'm really looking forward to revisiting this and checking out the new extras. And now some new entries into the Masters of Cinema collection. This is spine number 302. And another director who's been in the collection a number of times. We have Running on Karma, directed by Johnny To and Waika Fai, I believe, yeah. Starring Andy Lau, the one and only. I love this cover. It's really a nice, I just like the layout and the colors. And the font. So this is apparently about a guy who used to be a Buddhist and kind of turns his back on all of that, and that he had a special ability where he's able to see everyone's past lives and can kind of predict based on that where karma will catch up to them, basically. But he's now a bodybuilder. I've seen some images of this where Andy Lau's in this like ridiculous jacked up bodysuit. It doesn't look, super fake, but knowing who Andy Lau is, it kind of jumps out as being a little bit comical almost. But I've heard very good things about this, and I'm just honestly really loving Johnny To's stuff, the things that I've seen. I've watched a couple more of his films recently. P2U was one that I last watched and absolutely loved. But this came out in 2003, I want to say. The Running Out of Time films, I watched those last year, I think. Loved them. It's got different artwork there on the inside. And then as far as the extras go, we have new audio commentary with Frank Jang and F.J. DeSanto. And then another commentary with Frank Jang, I guess, doing a solo track as well. And an interview with Gary Bettinson, editor-in-chief of Asian Cinema Journal, archival making-of featurette, and a theatrical trailer. And obviously you get the booklet as well. Yeah, you can see it's quite like... Andy Lau almost seems like he's thinking to himself, yeah, this defies reality just a little bit. But I'm really looking forward to this one, man. I just... You know what it's like with me in Hong Kong cinema. It's a love affair that is just burning very brightly right now. And then we have spine number 303 in the collection, and man, this artwork by Chris Malbon, fucking incredible. And we have another film by Kinji Fukasaku, Legend of the Eight Samurai. Just look at this, man. Just what a gorgeous piece. The composition, just the colors. Like, it's like almost like a Demon Slayer piece of art. You know what I mean? Like, it's just so dynamic and vivid. Just brilliant. So I've actually heard a fair bit about this film from Tom Mez, who talked about it in the audio commentaries for previous Kinji Fukasaku Masters of Cinema Blu-ray releases from the past couple of years. I mean, his films have been really, really well represented. I mean, there was The Fall of Akko Castle, kind of a historical epic about the tale of the 47 Ronin. Message from Space, his kind of Star Wars ripoff, which is so much more than just a Star Wars ripoff. And in both of those releases, Tom Mez did a commentary and talked about Legend of the Eight Samurai. The Dog Warriors, I think, was a term that he used in this kind of classic story. And I believe actually part of the story of Message from Space was this is kind of the main version of that kind of folk tale, I guess you could folk tale. It's not folk, is it? Folk tale. I'll leave that in for free. But kind of that kind of the fairy tale and kind of the legend, I suppose. Legend of the Eight Samurai, right? But I think Dog Warriors was the more correct term. But obviously, I mean, Legend of the Eight Samurai is a much cooler title for a film. So there was that. There was something else. It was Samurai Reincarnation, this kind of bonkers, partially based on historical figures, and then just crazy kind of just fantasy, like samurai warfare, so Kinji Fukasaku, man, and Wolves, Pigs and Men, kind of this Yakuza crime thriller. Like, the breadth of his filmography is just stunning to me, and so this one I'm just so excited to dive into and jump into. I mean, it just looks so vivid and fun, and it even says on the back here, the Dog Warriors, yeah, 8 fabled Hakinden, or dog warriors that can lift a curse that's been placed on the family of a princess. I think Sonny Chiba's in this one. Hiroyuki Sanada as well. Etsuko Shihomi. It's got kind of a nice 4K restoration. Awesome. We have a new audio commentary by Japanese cinema expert Joe Hickenbottom. Haven't heard any of his commentaries, so that'll be interesting. A new interview with Kinji Fukusaku's son, Kenta Fukusaku, called Always Looking for the New. That's great. I really love Kenta's insight into his father's work and life that I've seen in previous releases and like documentaries, and there's another video piece. I forget which one it was on now, but a really good interview with his son, Kenta. So I'm glad that he's doing something for this as well. A video essay by Stuart Galbraith IV, Trials of the Eight Samurai, and Japanese trailer. So I was really disappointed that there was no Tom Mez audio commentary on this one, because I love his commentaries and I love it when he goes deep on kind of Japanese history. But he has talked about this film a lot in other commentaries, so I can kind of understand why maybe he wouldn't want to, or maybe, you know, I don't know what the real reason was, but I have heard him talk about this. But it would have been nice to have its own localized commentary for this release. But he does have an essay that he wrote for this in the booklet, which is nice. So this is one I'm really keen to get to. And I saw that Will from the Hong Kong Cinema Appreciation Society has been avidly posting clips of this on Twitter. Oh, look at that. Oh, God, this cover. This fucking cover, man. Plug it into my veins. I love it. 1983 as well, so it's got that kind of 80s feel to it from the trailer I saw. And take a look here at the booklet and the disc. But yeah, this is one I'm really, really excited about. I will say, looking at the font, that's interesting. I'll call it out. They've used the same font for Running on Karma. If you can focus on that. And Legend of the Eight Samurai, you can see there. Looks like the exact same font for kind of the title treatment on the back there. Just in different colors, obviously. Although on the front it is a different font for the actual front of the slipcover. Don't know why I needed to point that out. I just noticed it and thought I'd mention it. Anyway, Legend of the Eight Samurai. Really, really excited to get to this one. Can't wait. Awesome stuff. And then the final MoC title for this round is Spine number 304, and it is kind of a surprise, and it really marks the beginning of, I don't know whether it's going to be a year-long kind of exploration into German cinema, or at least the first, half of 2025. We got 3 big box sets coming out. There's the Dr. Mabuse box set. There is the German science fiction box set, and then there's a series of German crime thrillers in a big box set coming out over the next few months of the year. But this one is Sirk in Germany. So Douglas Sirk, the notable filmmaker who I don't know anything about. I know that he has a couple of films in the MoC collection. I think Tarnished Angels and I think A Time to Love and A Time to Die. Oh, I think they're both right here actually. A Time to Love and A Time to Die. And then The Tarnished Angels actually. So I've not seen either of these. But as they're American films, or at least this one has Rock Hudson in it. There is a hair on the inside. I have to deal with that. That really bugs me. It's just one of those weird things. I've got to get rid of it. Man, I miss how thick the old MoC booklets used to be. This one's a beast. How many pages are in this one? 44 pages. Yeah, that's a real thick booklet. Proper weight to that. The Tarnished Angels. But yeah, I just assumed that Douglas Sirk was an American director. I think it is a stage name, but he did obviously start in Germany and was German. So these films are presented in 2 discs, Sirk in Germany. I like the style of this, the image on the front there, the font is kind of really cool, and I just like the strip on the bottom that kind of shows you the film titles. I would not be able to pronounce any of them in German. I've told this story before. I will tell it now and forever probably. I took German for 2 years in high school. The only thing I remember as a sentence is Ich bin Luftkissenfahrzeug. So Ich bin Luftkissenfahrzeug means I am hovercraft. I remember Ich bin, And I just remember one day I asked the teacher, how do you say hovercraft? He's like, Luftkissenfahrzeug. And it just stuck in my brain. Otherwise, I didn't learn anything. So yeah, so it has all the titles in German on the bottom there. On the back, I can read out to you the films that were released between 1934 and 1935. I believe 3 shorts and 3 features. And they come from new restorations. And they are 2 Greyhounds, The Imaginary Invalid, 3 Times Before, April, April, The Girl from Marsh Croft, and Pillars of Society. So this has audio commentaries on the 3 feature films by David Melville Wingrove, a new interview with film historian Sheldon Hall on Cirque's career from Germany to Hollywood called Magnificent Obsessions, and then a booklet featuring an extended essay on Cirque's early works by German cinema expert Tim Bergfelder. So I love it when you just get like a big director set or something that kind of covers a certain period of time. And so this is another one I'll just be really excited to kind of go into fairly blind. I say fairly blind, completely blind. And, Cirque in Germany. And the title reminds me a little of the great set from this collection, which is Lubitsch in Berlin. Phenomenal release. Similarly, a 2-disc set with 3 films. 3-disc set, but a 3-disc set with 6 films. This one's a 2-disc set with 6 films, but 3 of them are shorts, so it's a bit different. And also German. But I just like it. I like having kind of, again, director sets. I think they're really cool. And the disc is loose on this one. I hope that it's okay. Let's have a look. That seems fine. The tray is a bit... might have to swap that out. Right, I'll just hold it there kind of cautiously for now. There's the first disc. And I'll take that out and try and find a replacement tray because it's not sitting in the holder very well. Fortunately, the disc isn't damaged. And then the second disc there. And then we have a booklet as well, as always. So this one I'm quite keen on, actually, because it's another one where I feel like I'm just kind of stepping off the pier kind of thing, and kind of finding out, what kind of cinema I'll be plunged into. So Cirque in Germany, very excited about this one. And then finally, we have a Eureka Classics release, bog standard. No, just a regular Eureka release, another Hong Kong film. So for me, it's another one that, I'm going to automatically be interested in. But this one is from 1990, directed by Jamie Luck, and it is called Dr. Vampire. This one looks kind of zany, kind of wacky. I mean, a lot of them are, to be sure. Some nice artwork there by Graham Humphreys. And one for the vampire collection. So I love the Mr. Vampire movies, the kind of Guernsey genre. This is not part of that. This involves a kind of Western vampire, and in fact, I think it said on the back, and I could probably just read it out to you. That I'll show you the great artwork again while I read it out. It offers a variation on the Guernsey craze kickstarted by Encounter of the Spooky Kind and Mr. Vampire. Dr. Vampire is one of a handful of films, along with Legend of the Seven Golden Vampires and Vampire vs. Vampire, to bring Hollywood creatures of the night to Hong Kong. So this has a more traditional Western version of a vampire as opposed to the hopping vampires of the Guernsey genre. I do have somewhere, Legend of the Seven Golden Vampires. Haven't seen that one, but Vampire vs. Vampire, which is in the Hopping Mad collection from Eureka. Probably my least favorite Mr. Vampire film, but I like how they incorporate elements of the Western vampire. So I'm intrigued to see how this one plays out in that sense. But it does look delightfully bonkers. And let's have a look at the BBFC rating. Strong sex, crude humor, violence, injury detail, and sexual threat. So yeah, this one might be more than a little bit crazy. We'll see. So the extras for this one we have. I'll take out the inside here. Take a look at this. Man, that's a very this fucking thing. Man, that's that's a fun cover. So we have new audio commentary with Frank Jeng and John Charles. Commentary with Mike Leader and Arna Venema. They're my guys. I love their commentaries. A British Vampire in Hong Kong, a new on-camera interview with Stacey Abbott. And Vampire Slaying 101, remixing monster traditions in Dr. Vampire, a new video essay by Gothic scholar Mary Going. And then obviously you have the booklet as well with an essay. So there's the inside there. Just given my love of Hong Kong stuff, I'm always up for a good, I don't know. I love the title treatment as well. The font there, very, very cool. I just like that a lot. Even on the back, it just looks really, really slick. So there we go, Dr. Vampire. And just like that, 3 more entries into the Masters of Cinema series and other various films, and a 4K upgrade with Cure, which I really want to revisit this one. So very excited about this and the 4K release. In fact, this, I think, sold out on Eureka's page, and they're now reprinting it, I believe. I think that's what they said on social media, that they'd sold out and they were getting, or maybe it's just that they didn't have all the stock. But either way, they used the words, they sold out on this, and they're going to restock it, which is great. So grab it while you can, because this one ain't going to be hanging around for a long time, especially with the slipcover and the booklet. I'm not sure actually about the booklet, if they've changed that with the MoC releases. But either way, very nice slipcover. And thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.